Today, we're going to be looking over the most sought-after recruit in the state of Nebraska, four-star tight end Chase Loftin. And we're going to break down the best of the best in this film, the good, the bad, but most importantly, the stuff that we are super excited to see potentially for the next 3 to 4 years as a Nebraska Cornhusker. So really quick, smash that like button if you enjoyed the film reaction content, along with subscribing to the channel if you want to stay up to date with everything Nebraska football, Nebraska recruiting, Nebraska rumors. I'm going to be posting a video about the Huskers every day this summer, so hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with your favorite football team. But without further ado, let's jump into it, looking over this four-star recruit, Chase Loftin. All right, let's get this started with four-star Chase Loftin out of Omaha, Nebraska. As always, this is the first time I'm watching this, so reacting live with you guys. But let's get this rolling. Very sought-after recruit. Nebraska's going after him. Florida State, Kansas State, one of the best tight ends in America. You see it right there. So right off the bat, and you see that speed, the ability to make a play downfield. Oh my gosh. Just goes up and gets it on the top shelf. One more look at that. It's a high ball by his quarterback. Yeah, he brings that one down. So one thing that's always interesting when talking about tight ends, specifically in high school, is how much they actually play tight end. How much are they out wide playing wide receiver? Because a lot of times they're actually more so at wide out. Right there. Just another ball where you say, hey, I'm going to throw it up to my guy Chase Loftin. Let him do the rest. Really nice route running. Good footwork to get to the outside. And they've had a couple balls already here where you just throw it up to him. He has great hands. Great hand-eye coordination as well. Yeah, another great move. So it's interesting to note that he plays for Elkhorn North in Omaha, Nebraska. He actually transferred this offseason over to Millard South. And it will be interesting to see. Millard South is projected to be the best team in Nebraska. He's going to be playing against the best talent in Class A. So definitely something that we're going to have to look at in his senior year film in a couple months. But man, I mean, he's just a vertical threat. I'm going to go back to some of these plays here. So nice blocking highlight there. But there's just a lot of these balls where they just throw it up to the end zone. He makes a quick move off the line of scrimmage. He has great footwork. You see it basically same thing here, same play, same move. The quarterback accurate as ever. Nice highlight there in the blocking game. We were looking for that. Really good hands. He really succeeded. Just that quick little move, basically a juke on the line of scrimmage to get off the opposing DB. And yeah, that's another nice snag. Tell me he keeps going all the way. Probably stepped out, though. Again, I'm going to save all my final thoughts till the end of the video when we get into the pros and cons, but looks like he is playing more wide receiver than tight end. They primarily put him at tight end in goal line situations when they're focused on running the football. Ooh, yeah, so he's also the kicker and punter for Elkhorn North. Little fake. Says, hey, I don't take that every day of the week. And you see the speed from him as well. Not the biggest guy in the world. Again, he's 6'5", but he's about 210 pounds. So definitely you need to have that elite speed if you're that skinny at the tight end spot, and he does. Yeah, nice. But again, Nebraska's going after him. Right now, I'd probably say that Florida State is the favorite in his recruiting process. They're constantly visiting him at Millard South, on the phone with him. Kansas State also in the mix as well. But Nebraska, he's been on campus multiple times. They actually brought the entire coaching staff to visit him at Millard South the other day. So it'd be interesting to see if Nebraska can land his talents. Again, they're right up in there just with everybody else. And as you can see, he's one of the best tight ends in America. I want to see here if he has any run after the catch ability, right? So we've seen the ability to go up and just snag a 50-50 ball, go up to the top shelf, but can he break a tackle or two? Yeah, again, nice move there. He's kind of a bulldozer. A lot of these tight ends, they really don't have a move in their bag. They don't have a stiff arm. They don't have a truck. They just know, hey, I'm bigger than anybody else on the field. I'm just going to power through you, see if I can get some extra yardage. Little crosser over the middle of the field. Yeah, he just has a knack for finding that soft spot in the zone, getting open. Again, super soft hands. Just a great receiving threat. Really quick feet here, something I like. So quick out. Second he catches this football, bam! Trying to cut it to the outside. I mean, just look how much bigger he is than the opposing DB, though. Man, that's a tough catch. He was on his knees and still got two hands on to bring it down. Yeah, a little bit of hand fighting, just got slipped up. He'll take that first down for his team. But again, it should be noted that he's not exactly playing the best talent in the state of Nebraska. He's playing Class B football, which is a step below Class A football, but next year he will be playing in Class A against some of the better teams. Hey, some punting highlights. There we go. We saw that Daniel Kalen, Nebraska quarterback commit, now on the roster. He was punting last year for Bellevue West, so we like guys who can punt as well. So, all right, that was Chase Loftin's film, junior year. A lot of stuff to break down. Let's dive into the pros and the cons from what we just watched. All right, let's just start it off with the pros. Number one, the things you cannot teach. He's listed at 6'5". Yeah, he's not the biggest in the world when it comes to his weight, but he uses his frame very well. He has good speed behind it, good acceleration, has the ability to make a play after the catch. So I was impressed with that. Yeah, you probably like for him to put on weight. You want him to get on campus in the fall of 2025 around, 235, maybe even 240, because that's really the weight you need to be in order to be a traditional Big Ten tight end. But, the height department is there. And, of course, the speed department absolutely checks the boxes. Number two, man, is he explosive in the passing department, just catching the football. Great route running, the ability to shut off a DB. Man, he just went up and got a couple 50-50 balls, fade balls to the end zone. He has very soft hands, really, really crisp route running. One of the more polished tight end prospects I've seen. Yeah, he's not exactly a mauler like some other guys. He's more graceful. He uses frame very well. Really good. I want to say stability in his game. He doesn't really go down easily, always breaks the first tackle. So I was impressed with that as well. But as for, some of the cons, we saw a couple blocking highlights on there. I would have liked to see more. Saw him play in person one time. The blocking was not a premium of his game, which is to be expected, right? Obviously not the biggest guy in the world. So we're hoping to see that develop a little bit more in the senior campaign to, lay down a couple big blocks in the running game, perhaps even in the passing department. So that's number one. Number two, he played a lot of wide receiver. There a couple times he was actually playing tight end. You want to see him maybe gradually play more tight end for Millard South this season. I predict that he won't. I predict they'll probably play wide receiver most of the time, but hopefully get some more experience playing your natural position, playing tight end, because that's what you're going to play at the next level. But that's not really, a outlier. Most tight end recruits do not play tight end in high school. They play wide receiver and then they develop and switch over to tight end by their senior year or their freshman year of college. So not really a huge con there, is something that I wanted to note. But man, really good stuff, man. From just the vertical passing game alone, he has one of the best packages of route running, speed, and hands as any of the other tight ends I've seen in state in a very long time. Very sought after prospect. There's a reason why, guys. 4-star, and Nebraska is trying to land him. So let me know down below, what was the thing you were most impressed with about Chase Loftin? Maybe something needs to work on. And hey, if you made this far in the video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And as always, folks, go Big Red, go Rhule, and see you in the next one.